Hey everybody, welcome back. Got a little update here. I finally could get away from doing some casting and get back to work on cars. Actually, the casting I didn't really get away from it, but I kind of backed it up a little bit. I made a whole lot of parts. I got some seats here. These are 3 different kinds of seats, I think. Let me lay them out on the table so I can show you that way rather than trying to hold them. Well, this one's falling down, but you can see they're hard to see because they're clear, and they all have a little bit of pockets, air pockets, and but I don't care, I can work with them. But I did get back to work here on the Cobalt, trying to fit the motor in it right now though, because I put the headers on it. And the headers actually fit in the car. It just took a little bit of grinding on the inner edges here, which I hate to show because it's not finished yet, not finished off. But it seems like I always have to modify after I paint something. But anyway, the motor actually does, with the headers, it slides down in there. I got a little bit more things to fit up to get it in better, because doesn't quite meet the motor plates down in the front, so I got a little bit more work to do there, but I'll get it. And the Warren Johnson Hurst Olds is coming along. I had painted the roll cage black and then realized from seeing pictures that it's supposed to be gray, so what I did is I just hit it with primer and some clear, and it looks good. And the rear, I was just painting on the rear today. Motor's pretty well together. Drilling the distributor now to do the wiring. I cast a hole, one of these, an oil pan, a block with the heads on it, and a set of valve covers, and a front motor plate. I did cast all those pieces. And the hood, I didn't show this on the hood of the Warren Johnson, but this had like a big scoop, well, a bulge in the hood. So what I did is I just in from the bottom, and I cut a piece of styrene to fit in the recess there, and glued it in, and then just ground the top of it off. Still needs some finish work, but it's going to get a scoop on it, so it's not a hole, not real critical in the hole there. And let's see what else. I guess that's it for the projects. But you can see I got a whole load of molds here. I've got molds in the box. These were from a couple different batches of resin. I've got molds here, a couple more freshly poured. And I got some silicone that I thought was really just perfect for me, because it was thin enough that it really flowed nice, but I had problems with it drying, and it got dry on the top, and when I peeled it out, it was sticky on the sides and the bottom. So I left it sit for a couple days, and it still stayed pretty much sticky. Then I started to think maybe I didn't mix it thoroughly, because I'm always in a hurry because I'm afraid it's going to set up on me. Well, this stuff doesn't set up quick, so I took my time and mixed up a batch yesterday, poured a mold for a 350 turbo transmission, and when I pulled it out, it sat for 24 hours for sure, and I pulled the transmission out, and inside of it wasn't even hard. So I was getting ready to order some more of this stuff, because it's so the thick, it's so thin that it really runs nice around what you're trying to mold. So I was going to order more, and I still may. I just used the last of it today, and I mixed more thoroughly, and hopefully it'll work. And if not, I may just either put the casting aside for a while or go back to the other kind that I had, the one that I had the most success with. Here's a bunch of parts that I made, mostly rear end housings, and a lot of them have no tubes on them, but I figure I can put styrene in for tubes. And I think I got more molds Yeah, here's a mold. I got molds everywhere. Got molds and pieces everywhere. Here's molds. These are new ones that actually, no, they're not. I've used them already. Here's more molds. This is really a mess because I'm overflowing with, I'm running out of room and I'm trying to pack too much stuff sitting out. I got parts here. There's a Lenco. That's the Lenco transmission from the one of the Oldsmobile Pro stocks. There's the engine block from the Oldsmobile Pro stock with the heads on. And some of this stuff came out nice, and some of it's, so-so. I even tried some wheels, some 5-spoke torque thrust. Because they were in 2 halves, I could lay it down. I'm not real happy with them. I don't know. I may have to spray some primer on them to be able to see what I got, and sand the back side and get the flash out of between the spokes, and maybe they'll be okay. They were just kind of an experiment where if it worked, good. If not, no big deal. But that's the mold for the wheels. So I was getting ready to pour some more resin in some of these newer molds, but now that I just tried another, I just poured some molds today, so I want to wait till tomorrow till they're ready. And I'm trying that 350 turbo transmission again. I didn't have quite enough to cover the top, so that one's going to sit for a little while, I guess. But I also took, because this Holden has the bulges around the wheel openings that I don't want. I was going to try to cast some Vega wheel openings, but it just seemed like too much trouble. So what I did is I just poured resin inside the lip, and then what I'll do is grind it off on the outside, and hopefully I can make a kind of a Vega look-alike wheel opening. Cast some headlight lenses, and I'm learning, like, they came out pretty decent. I won't try to pick them up because I'll lose them, but I set them up on top of the paint. But they still feel sticky, and I've been doing some more research, and apparently the smaller the amount you have, the longer it stays sticky. If I would have put that on a big base that had more surface, then it probably would have hardened up quicker. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So hopefully I'll get a better update next time, but at least wanted to show something that I got going, that I am actually doing a little bit other than trying to cast and drive myself crazy. So hopefully next time I'll have some better progress on these 2 cars. Alright, thanks for watching. That's it for now.